There's 1 out to go for a perfect game. The 0-1. Swung on. He's going to get it. Popped up to right field. O'Neill near the line. He makes the catch. David Wells. David Wells has pitched a perfect game. 27 up. 27 down. Baseball immortality for David Wells. And the Yankees win. The Yankees win.
What up, homies? Welcome to my house, my crib. I'll give you a quick tour, and I mean quick, because this ain't no cribs, man. This is for the Yankees, Yankees only. So come on in. This is where I go hunting, and as you can take a look, watch your step here. I don't want you to fall on your face. A lot of African animals, and Buck Falls Ranch, where Kirk Gibson, Jake Peavy, and I own. So take a peek and see what you like. I'm sure someone will dig it. These are the African animals right there. You see the Cape Buffalo. We went to Tanzania, and they dropped me off in a little remote spot, and I had to take a little puddle jumper. I think they duct taped the plane wing to the side of the plane there, and it was kind of scary, but we made it. It was a grueling drive, good experience, and this was the outcome. But this ostrich right here, that was phenomenal. That was a very good eating bird right there. Better than turkey, better than chicken. So that was my African experience. This is my knucklehead Lars. I was gonna take you into his room here. This is his rock and roll room. He's a phenomenal drummer. It's pretty cool. So this is my rock star right here. Well, as you saw a little bit of the inside, not the full tour, but partial tour. Now we're in the backyard, and I'm gonna take you up to the horseshoe pit where a lot of things go on up there. Good tournaments, good barbecues, tennis court. You just see the whole backyard part. And then I'm gonna take you into my Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and then my memorabilia room. I'm sure you'll dig it. Anyone who knows me, they know I love music. Music is very inspirational. It gets me going when I pitch. But this is my true love. I love classic rock, and as you can see, I've got Jimi Hendrix, Grateful Dead, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young, The Who, Doors, Zeppelin, AC/DC. And then the guitar collection. This is my baby right here. These are guitars that I've collected over the years. You know, it's some of them are tough to get, but you know, if you're persuasive, you can get a guy to autograph a guitar once in a while. That's the end of the rock and roll era. Now we're gonna go to the pinball area, and this is where I got a lot of, you know, I keep some of my memorabilia, Yankee stuff. You know, I'm old school. I don't play video games. I don't do nothing. I just play old-fashioned pinball. This is my man cave. This is a secret part of the property where I keep my memorabilia. Nice air-controlled climate. And first thing you do when you walk in is you see the Babe. It's just a cool statue of the Babe, life-size statue. It's pretty neat. It's you know, his likeness, he's just missing a couple fingers. Made these lockers. I built this room with lockers that kind of make it look like a clubhouse. And from Detroit, Cincinnati, Baltimore, down to the Yankees. This was a cool gesture when through the perfect game. They gave me the mound at Old Yankee Stadium. Not a whole lot of people can say they have the mound from Yankee Stadium, the original Yankee Stadium, which is cool. But all these things mean nothing. Nothing. Zero. When it comes to this little piece of paper. My debut, but I towed the mound with my idol, Ron Guidry. So that was cool, and this little piece of paper means the world to me. I still do have the jersey from the perfect game, the hat, shoe, I put everything in there. You know, that's the last out, the ball Paul O'Neill caught, he gave it to me. So I keep the hats here. I got Derek Jeter's, Bernie Williams, Jorge Posada's hat. This was Babe Ruth's coat that you know, that I bought years ago. I like to take this to Mammoth with us and go fly fishing in this. But this was Babe Ruth from back in the day. I became a Babe Ruth fan at a young age, how he was bigger than life, saved the game of baseball. I just was drawn to that. But here's just some hardware, you know, some World Series rings. Just got stuff for days, man, stuff for days. As you can see, all the baseballs that I've collected, all these drawers are full of baseballs. Perfect game. Joe Torre gave me the scorecard for that day, and you know, it's pretty, this special piece right here. This is it. Let's get our car loaded. Let's go up to Mammoth, do some fly fishing, and have a great time. You grow up, you know, in a little town, a beach town in the 60s, 70s. It's, you know, it was different times back then. You know, for me, just being on the beach, running around, not having a dad, you know, mom dating Hell's Angel. Even before I really recognized all that, you know, we were just going from apartment to apartment. You know, just growing up like that, being, you know, on welfare, you know, it's pretty tough. And when you are able to overcome those steps of, you know, being poor, you get an opportunity to do something for yourself. You can do something for your family. It's pretty rewarding, to be honest with you, because you know where you come from. You don't take things for granted as much. Yeah, when you make millions of dollars, it changes your life, it does. But when you don't have it, you know, and you can get by on it, that's what you do. You know, that's what kind of made me the guy I am today. You know, being retired, I chill. I golf pretty much every day, surf, fish. I think that's called retirement stuff, so it's not a bad thing to do, you know. Going to Mammoth is just, it's phenomenal. I went fly fishing. Another guy you'll meet, probably one of the best fly fishing guides in the world. I think I'd rather fly fish than normal fish, you know, out in the ocean. Why Mammoth? Because Mammoth is cat's meow. Here we are at Mammoth Lakes. You know, it was not too bad of a drive. Got in about 11:30. So we are here now at my buddy Matt Toomey's. There's a little restaurant right here, as you can see. He's got, I think he digs the Kansas City Royals for some reason. This is a cool little area. As you can see, it's snowing a little bit. I guess it's still ski season here in Mammoth, so let me take you inside. You can meet Matt and check out his nice little restaurant. It's cool. Come on in, guys. Here we are inside Toomey's. The master of disaster, the master chef, the lead dude. This is Matt Toomey, ladies and gentlemen.
How are we doing out there today?
We are doing good, man. You are on candid camera.
Oh, wow. You know what? I'm getting all excited. We've got some fresh venison back shops. We're going to make a venison eggs Benedict this morning with Chef David Wells. He's going to come in and shut the door as we prepare this gourmet breakfast for us before we head out and do some fly fishing.
Can't cook these well done. It's like eating your shoe. But once you cook them like medium rare, it melts in your mouth. You know, that's venison Benedict. Ladies and gentlemen.
I've known David since we're about 10 years old. We all ran around together in Point Loma and Ocean Beach in San Diego. Everybody knows David is very funny, tremendous athlete. Something that makes David special is that he is a guy that gives a lot and doesn't want recognition for it. He'd just rather help people out and go on his merry way.
Wells to the wind and the pitch. See, struck him out swinging. And David Wells struck out the side.
I had a job to do, and I did it. You know, I went out there, I had a really bad warm-up. You know, like I said, you need 8 other guys to make the plays for you, and I've got the plays, but you know, I don't even think I shut Jorge off. You know, he just put the right fingers, put the glove in the right spot, and I painted. But you know, after about the 6th inning, it kind of, that's when it really hit, and you get nervous.
Swung on a miss. He struck him out. 21 in a row for David Wells.
To see that last out, Paul O'Neill camping underneath it.
He's going to get it. Popped up to right field. O'Neill near the line. He makes the catch. David Wells David Wells has pitched a perfect game.
There's nothing better than getting carried off the field. You know, you just do a perfect game. Teammates acknowledge that. That's huge. And you know, to do it and be the second Yankee, you know, to throw a perfect game. That's, you know, there's been a lot of great pitchers in that organization. You become a hero in New York. That really stands out. You know, they acknowledge you, and it's nice to have New York. They got your back. It's pretty good. We are here at the Trout Fitter, the Trout Fly. We're just loading up here, getting our licenses, getting ready to get ready for the big fly fish. Try to put us on some nice trout. We'll see what happens. Give you guys something to cheer about and give us something to eat tonight. We'll do the surf and turf, venison and trout. Stay tuned. Flynn is the master guide. He's famous. He loves doing this, but he wants your heart to be in it too, because this is a guy that doesn't take any crap from anybody, and that's the way it should be when you have a guide like that. But we got the other Hornets behind you. We'll introduce those. Guy in the PL hat. That's Matt Toomey. We met earlier. Jimmy Miller. Thinks he's looking good in them Sims. And you got Alan Gross, the kosher.
We're just going to put a little half hitch in there, a little double up the line in half, put it through the hole here, put the loop over the indicator, pull it tight, and there's our system. And this is supposed to act just as a bobber. These weights are going to bring our system down to the bottom of the water where the fish are on the bottom of the river. And that'll drift our egg and our San Juan worm nice and casually down there along the bottom where the fish are, and hopefully we'll get something going here pretty quick.
And I couldn't explain it any better, guys, so did you get that? Yeah, you can see the trout cruising in here. Thing is, you don't want to walk up on them. Obviously, you're going to scare them. You'll see them take off. Got a good set pair of glasses. You know, you can see them kind of from afar a little bit, and they'll just be kind of just hovering right there, and you just try to angle it down, get your fly, whatever, in front of them, and hopefully they take it and fish on.
But do you remember the 5 key elements to a trout survival? Oxygen, cold running water,
Right.
food, place to rest, place to hide.
Hide, right.
Okay, so if we can find those key elements in the river, the majority of your fish are going to be there. He's probably one of the most competitive people I've ever met, but that's what makes him so good at, you know, baseball and fishing and golf.
He's really, really giving. Got a big heart, do anything for you.
Once you break through the little barrier, you know, he's like a teddy bear.
Bang! And dude, you caught a cutthroat.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now, let's give a little bit of slack here. If you turn this guy over and you push on the tongue, look at the red there. See how it makes it look like he's got a cut throat? Just cradle him, just cradle him. There you go. Beautiful.
There we go. How about that baby right there?
Put him in, let's steer him that way. There you go, baby.
Well, now it ain't that boring, is it?
I love it. You're up here with me in Mammoth, California. We're fly fishing. If you say, what's easier, perfect game or going fly fishing, catching trout? I'm gonna say perfect game, man, because you saw what happened today. That's tough. That's some tough fishing. It's a long day. But yeah, you're in the outdoors. It's pretty nice. You know, life is good, man. Life is good.